Hello everyone, Kalla here, and welcome to the 18th and final section of the daily puzzles for Layton's Mystery Journey Catrail and the Millionaire's Conspiracy. It has taken a while to get to this point, but with this I'll finally be done, I guess. So let's see what this final set of puzzles is about, shall we? Pillar problem. A pillar is all that stands between you and the fair maiden. You'll need to be a fair mason to get her. Haha. There's a stone pillar blocking the way across the bridge, preventing our Romeo from reaching his Juliet. He needs to chip away half of the stones at the bottom of the pillar to make it drop down, perfectly levelly, so he can get through. Okay. Once you've picked out all the blocks you want to pick away at, press plus or submit to destroy them and let the blocks above fall down in their place. There can't be any gaps, and the pillar must drop exactly to the halfway point. But nothing can block true love. Okay, right, so we have to get the pillar to drop halfway while having all the remaining blocks be solid, basically. Okay. So I guess we need to get rid of this one and that one. And then these two drop down into there. And wait, is it this one, and that one? Yeah. Then we have this section drops down over the top of that one.
I have a feeling that perhaps... That's a relief. I wasn't entirely sure.
So basically you kind of just need a top half and a bottom half that sort of match. Basically so their edges match. I'm sure this is going to get a lot more complicated. Okay. So if we take out... Ooh. Wait a second. Wait, this one, and also this one. So then we have this falls on top of that, and that falls into there. We need somewhere for it to land on. So we get rid of this one, so that one lands on there. And we get rid of this one, so this one lands in that gap.
I have a feeling that perhaps... That's a relief. I wasn't entirely sure.
The firework noises at the end are excessive, it feels. Alright, what's this one gonna look like? Da-da-dun. Right, okay. This one here can't fall down on top of anything without leaving a gap, so it's got to go. So we need something to drop down into here, which has got to be this one. In order for that to drop down, we need to get rid of this. We can have that drop down into there. Ooh, if we get rid of the T-shaped one, we have this drops down into there, that one drops down into there. We need to get rid of these two small ones. Yeah. Nope! I missed one!
So, in conclusion... Miss Layton would never have got that wrong.
Missed one. It was too far. Right. This one also needs to go.
So, in conclusion... Thank goodness I got that right.
Okay, 2-hat difficulty. We're upping the difficulty. it going to look like with an upped difficulty? Right. So it needs to come down to here. So... Ooh. That means we either keep this L shape and this zigzag, or we keep the other ones. Let's say we keep the other ones. I might just have to completely invert this later. I'm gonna have to keep this big zigzag, aren't I? I think. If I do that. And that's not gonna work. I can't keep the big zigzag. Right. I know I can't keep the big zigzag because it's too tall. So we have to start out by taking that away. So I think we get rid of this T-shape here. So this one and this one come down and that's fine. Yeah, then I think we get rid of this, have this fall down. Which means we need to get rid of this. And also that one there. So 3 tall, and that matches with it. So this one at the top has to go away as well. And then I think we're there.
Get those little grey cells engaged? Ha ha! See? I get them right sometimes.
Right. Alright, let's see it. Okay, this wiggle is too tall. We have to get rid of that wiggle. So we're definitely keeping this step shape there. So we need to get rid of this one. We need one going in. Would it be easier to keep... So I can either keep this or that. If I keep this one, then... Actually, I guess if we get rid of everything underneath these two and just keep these... Nope, that doesn't work. That doesn't work. We need this one as well. That should do it, right? Yeah.
Get those little grey cells engaged? So I solved that little conundrum, eh?
3 hat difficulty. Okie dokie, okie dokie. Where does this gonna go then? Ooh. That's interesting. Okay. Okay. Right. If we keep this shape one, well, we can't, because we've got to fill in this corner, and that's not going to work with this full corner thing. So this one's got to go. Which means we need to keep this, because otherwise it's not going to be tall enough on this side. So we need to keep that one, and we need to get rid of either this rectangle or that rectangle. I think it's this rectangle, and then get rid of this square. And no, that's not going to work. I was going to say and this, and have this all fall down here. But that is not going to work. Okay. Huh. Right, I think we need to get rid of this one over here. And I think that... Let's think about this. I don't think we can keep this massive square block. Because if we keep it, we need to get something, well, we can keep it with this falling over the top of it, but then we need something in this corner, and we don't have anything we can do for that. So this square has got to go. But now I feel like I've gotten rid of too much stuff up here, because what am I going to do with this gap now? That's just not going to work. So, okay, what if it's... No, we still got that gap, that's the problem. Ooh, wait a second. If we get rid of this and we get rid of that. And we get rid... No, that's not going to work. This entire section is going to be one level too short. If it's like this, we're still one corner block too short. So maybe we do have to keep that square and we get rid of these. We just have something come down over the top, but then we're still missing something down. Are we? Wait a second. Yeah, we're still gonna be missing something. I don't like this. I mean, if we keep this, we've got to get rid of that. So 3 tall, 3 tall. Problem is getting this one 3 tall. Wait, what if we did that? Does this actually work? No, I don't think it does. It still doesn't work because we've still got a gap, I think. Actually, no, we don't. No, we don't, because this comes down to the level of that. And that comes down over... Okay, I think this one is right. I think. There's only one way to find out, right? Yay! Overthinking it.
A good puzzle is something you have to chew over. They do call me Sherlock Holmes for nothing.
Alright, ooh, back to one hat. Does this mean that the pillar's going to be taller? That's usually what happens, right? Yep. It's an 8x8 now. Oh no. Right, okay. This one's gotta go, because it's too big. Ditto with this one. If this one falls as it currently is, it's going to leave a gap. So I think we get rid of the thing below. We get rid of that. Now if the stuff above this falls at the moment, it's also going to be too big. So we need to get rid of that. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So then we need something to go in the gap underneath this zigzag, which is either going to be this single one, the edge of this, or the edge of that one, and I'm not sure what. So we're gonna have to leave that thought for right now. I think over on this side, we need to keep these 3 bricks here. And then we get rid of this and that. So this falls in on the top of that, and this goes in on that, and that's fine up to there now. So if we're keeping this, we've got to get rid of this one. Which means this one coming down, or with this one coming down, either way. Actually, I don't think there's an either way because we need to go for 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So this top one needs to go. But at the moment, if this one falls, it ends up on the top of this one. So this one needs to go. And yeah, then I think we get rid of this block here. And I think then that all tessellates down. Yep.
If you'll entertain my idea here. Still no patch on Miss Layton, of course.
Alright, up to 2 difficulty again. Right, okay, this one's too tall. That's the only one we have that is literally too tall. And now this one needs to come down on top of that one, so that is fine, and this one and this one together make it fine, so that one has to go now. I think its companion needs to go too. Actually, and this one and this one. Those match up now, right? No, they don't. No, they don't. I think I did that wrong. We're going to end up with a gap right here. So, okay, so we do need this, which means we can't have that. Actually, wait, no. We put this back in. We put this back in. Because actually, I think we do keep this 9 shape. And so we need to get rid of the thing underneath it. Dun 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 dun. And with that, we have to get rid of the things that are on top of it. And then get rid of this, because this one and this one together make it correct. Just a bunch of squares that time. Sorry, rectangles.
Blimey, this is hard work. So I solved that little conundrum, eh?
Number 9. Which I think should put us about halfway through this. I didn't actually check how many are in this section. Okay. We have a block that's too tall, so that has to go. It seems like there's multiple ways of dealing with this side, so I don't think I want to deal with that side right now. If I want to keep this weird shaped thing, I need something that's going to be able to drop down into this section, and that doesn't exist, so we don't keep the weird shaped one. Which means we then need both sides of this. Which means we need to this one and not that one. Dun 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 dun. Okay. And at this point, I think everything on this side is perfectly fine, which means we need to keep this bottom one here. Which means that our solution can't involve this O. Which means we then get rid of these 3 small ones, have this H shape drop down onto this one, and have that one drop down into there.
Get those little grey cells engaged. So I solved that little conundrum, eh?
Nope, there's 21 in this section. I've entirely forgotten how many are in these sections. It's when we get to 11 that we're halfway through. Number 10. Okay, big weird wiggly block that is too large can go. We need to be 4 blocks upwards, so we've got to keep this T-shaped one, because otherwise it's not going to work. So we have to get rid of, at the very least, one of these ones at the bottom. Actually, we've got to get rid of both of these, because this one's got to drop down over something. So we keep the one at the top. Okay. Now, in order for this gap not to be a gap, we can't keep this L shape. Not really sure beyond there right now. Ooh, no, actually, that doesn't work because we're not going to have this one be tall enough. So, okay, if we have to keep this L shape, how do we fix it so there isn't a gap? So we have to get rid of the two things underneath it. So then I think we have to get rid of this one. So then we're 1, 2, 3, 4 up there. We've currently only got 4 things in this thing, which means we need to keep the square. So to keep the square, we have to get rid of this out. But then we need a way of filling out this gap. So we've got to get rid of this, have this fall down, not the T, then we have this fall down. So it's this, that, and then this goes up over the top of the square. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Get rid of this. That should be it.
A good puzzle is something you have to chew over. I ain't nothing but a hound dog.
I ain't nothing but a hound dog. Alright, now we're almost halfway through. Block that's too big. This one here. So on this side we either take this long one or we take the things below it. If we take the things below it, then we need something that can come in to cover that gap, which we don't have, so we get rid of the things below it. Except that's not right at all. Because then we have too little space up here. We've got to actually keep, because we got rid of this thing here, we have to keep everything in this column, which includes this L shape, so we have to get rid of this. So I guess now I've got to what I've got to figure out is how we... Ooh, I know. If we get rid of this L shape, and then so this smaller L shape then fits in down here with that little top brick here. So that's fine now. So if we want that to land in there, we have to get rid of this. Pretty sure we have to get rid of this to have this fall with that. And at that point it's now tall enough, so we have to get rid of that. this one needs to fall with it as well to have this flat on the top. So we need to get rid of that. And 1, 2, 3. We have to keep this L shape at the top. That's got to fall in on the top of this. That is not right. That is not right at all. No, we got to keep that one, that block up there. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's not gonna work. That is not gonna work. Sorry, we need to keep that. We need to keep that one. This falls down, and then this entire block falls down, and we do get rid of the one on the top. And we do get rid of this one on the top. Yes, that's it. That's it. That's it. We can't get rid of this backwards L shape down here, because otherwise there isn't enough in this column, so we've got to get rid of this one here. Except that that falling doesn't quite work right. Because we need something to fit into here now. Okay, I've messed that up. Actually, wait, no, wait. We do keep this. We keep this and we get rid of those two and we just have that fall. Duh. Yeah. Like that.
This part. That was too easy.
I think I'm going to have some difficulties when we get further in. 4 hack problem. Oh no. Right, this is a block that is too tall to remain in the puzzle. Right, can I keep this L shape? Is there anything that can drop down on top of it? No. So we have to get rid of that. Ditto, I can't keep this one. So this section has to fall down. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this section has to remain as it is. Which means I'm pretty sure we need to keep this L shape here. So actually this entire section up in the top corner has to remain the same. So we get rid of this and we get rid of that. When this drops down, there's going to be a gap of 2 here, which we can fill in with this. So we need to get rid of that one. And there's no way to fill in the gap in the C with anything falling downwards, so that goes as well. So this slots into there, and then the stair-shaped one goes on the top of it. Which means we have to get rid of this to make that so it falls on top of this and on top of that. Okay. So we've got that. So this one at the bottom has to remain as it is. And now we need to drop... Do we need to... Yes. We need something to go into this, which has to be that one or that one. Actually, being 1, 2, it's got to be this L shape, so it can't be that one at the top. If we need this L shape to be able to drop down with this, we have to get rid of this L shape here. And now we need something that it can fall onto like this still. Which means I think we get rid of... That's not right. No. Oh, get rid of this. Keep that. Have this fall down. That's fine. These go into the top of that, and we get rid of the block at the top corner. And there? Yes.
I'll have the answer shortly. That was just a simple piece of profiling work.
Definitely simple. I'm definitely not starting to struggle. Right. Okay, block that's too big has been removed. Right. I'm clearly keeping this T-shape, which means I'm keeping the L shape underneath it, but I need something to drop down into this gap, which needs to be this L shape, so I have to get rid of this little Z. So if that drops down into there, then I need to just keep the flat brick on the top. So we get rid of that and we get rid of that. Right. Now, I feel like I need to get rid of this block here. But I'm not certain. If I keep this C block, no, things can't fall down enough to fill in this gap here. So definitely this backwards C needs to go. But actually this block here needs to go as well, because it's not going to be tall enough on its own, and the stuff above it's too tall, so that's got to go. So I need to have this and that fall in on top of this. That's not going to work properly unless I get rid of that one, and then that doesn't work. Huh. Wait, no. Let's put this back. Right, is there a way I can... Actually, I can make it work by keeping the C... No, if I'm... No, keeping the C block really doesn't work, does it? I don't think. Right, I'm just gonna put a bunch back. Right, yeah, nope. Right. Let's go back over here. We can't keep the C block. There's no way that it works if we keep it. And I want to remove this to make a gap for these, but that's not going to work because then it's not going to be tall enough. So this has to remain, which means I need something to fill in this bit here. So I need something here. But then I can't do that That just doesn't work. I mean, I guess if we do that and we do that, and we also do this, the problem is I've still got a gap here. I've still got a gap there. Because we have to drop it by exactly half, right? Right, let's reset this, nope, this bit over here. So that this bit definitely fills up correctly. What if we did that? Actually, wait, does this fit? No, it doesn't fit. It's still a gap. I wish things didn't just have to go down by gravity, because I'd just, like, if this cube here was just one further over, it would work, right? Am I messing up the entire premise of this one again? Half the stones, perfectly levelly. There can't be any gaps. The pillar has to drop exactly to the halfway point. Actually, what if? I know I've explored this before. Oh no, wait! Wait, no, the sea is 4 high. I kept thinking I'd need something else there if I had the sea there. That's why it's not working. Right, so if we have the sea drop. Keep this. That goes down there. Then it still doesn't work. Okay, I think I need a guide for this one. I don't remember which number this one is. It's fine, I can figure it out. Oh, okay. Not looking at everything there, right. We do keep the square. We keep the square, but we don't keep the C. So we need to drop the square in on top of these and have it surrounded. Ah, I see, we get rid of the stepped one and then the problem goes away. We need that one. And that just comes in over the top. Yep, I spent so long thinking
I'll have the answer shortly.
that I couldn't...
Of course, I knew I would be able to solve it.
I spent so long thinking that I couldn't do anything with that square, when in fact it was kind of important. Just a little bit important. 5 hat problem. Let's go. Right, do we have anything in the set of blocks that is too tall? I don't think we do. That's what makes this a 5 hat problem. Okay. I don't know where to start. Okay. Right. If we keep this girder cross section or eye shape in, then basically what I need to do is just find something to fill that gap, and we don't have anything like that, so the little girder's got to go. If this girder is gone, we can't keep this L shape because we can't drop anything in underneath it because we only have gravity, so we've got to get rid of that one. Stuff that's above this at the moment now with this and with that works quite well. And in fact it needs to be 1, 2, 3, 4, so probably keep this one on the top. Oh, I've got to get rid of this L shape for the same reasons of gravity as the L shape in the other side. So I think then if we have... I would say if we have this entire section drop into here, then we're done with that, except for this gap here, so we need to use this one up here. I think. No, that doesn't work. That doesn't work. Yeah, we are going to have to keep that top bit. So we do have to get rid of that one. So if this one drops in like that... No, then we're going to get a gap, though. It is still 4 up to the thing, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. I'm gonna get rid of that. No, I can't get rid of that because we don't have enough this way. Ah, wait, we don't have to get rid of this L shape. We can just drop it down. Get rid of the one underneath it. And in order for this stuff to drop in on top properly, we have to get rid of this one. So, okay, that's now fine. And we get rid of this. And we also have to get rid of this. That drops in, that drops in, that drops in. So that's not going to entirely work. Right, I need to keep the square up here. So if I... maybe get rid of those two, that's not going to work. Nope, maybe we do keep that and get rid of that and get rid of this. That's also not going to work. do get rid of that. Right, let's put this back. No, that doesn't work. If I put it like that, then we end up with this side working correctly. Which is entirely independent, except we've got that gap right there. Now, if we keep that and we get rid of that. Actually, that might be it. That's it. Because we don't get rid of that, we get rid of the thing underneath it. And that should all drop down fine. Whew.
This should do it, I think. Puzzles are made for solving.
Puzzles are made for solving. That's true. Whew, okay. 2/3 of the way down this. And the difficulty's dropping again, which means this pillar is getting bigger again. I guess it's going to be a 10 by 10 pillar now that we're dropping down to 5. No, we're still dropping it down to 4. It's just gotten wider. Okay, right. This big zigzag has got to go. Because it's way too tall. This means that on this vertical here, we're currently 5 high, we need to be 4 high, so we need to get rid of something with 1 height. It can't be this little one down here, because then we'll have a gap. So it's got to be one of these two. And if it's the U-shaped one, then we end up with a gap, so it's the cross-shaped one. So I need something to drop down into that slot, so I need to get rid of the T-shape above it. So if this drops down and that drops down into the thing, those two are level. We get rid of this. This comes in over the top. So we need the thing above it to make that flat there. So I then get rid of 1, 2, 3. And then basically this entire bit up here slots down into there. And that's the right-hand side dealt with. So now I just need to deal with the left-hand side. I need to get something into this slot here. And in order to do that, I have to get rid of this L shape and have this one dropped into it. So once that's dropped in, I need to have something fall into that. So I think we just get rid of this shape on the top and this one down here. And that drops down there, that drops down there, and I think we're done. Da-da-dum!
I eat puzzles like this for breakfast. I ain't nothing but a hound dog.
Nothing but a hound dog. Right, 16. Okay, things that are too tall. This one. And I think actually it's fairly easy to fix this side by just getting rid of that, and then this L shape here just drops down into there. And then we need to have something drop down into here, which I think has to be that. So I think we get rid of everything underneath it that's preventing it from doing that. That's not right. Nope. Keep that. Get rid of this. Nope, that's actually too tall. That's gonna be too tall. Ignore my theory right there. We get rid of this one. This dropped us down into place. This one drops down into there. We're going to have a gap, so we need to get rid of this. It's not going to drop down properly past this one as it is, so we get rid of that one. We've got to get rid of this. So then this slides down into that section. Let's get rid of that one under there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need to get rid of one here, but also have it work out. So we get rid of this. And if we're relying on this dropping down to the bottom, we have to get rid of that and that. And this small one here, that small one there, and this one here.
Collate the data and the answer will drop out. Of course, I knew I would be able to solve it.
Alright. 17. We've got a lot that are now going to be 4 and 5 hat problems, right? We're back into where nothing is tall enough to immediately take out of the equation. Where do I start with this? These little interlocking shapes here, I don't think are going to help us. Admittedly, like one of them could. Right. Over on this side, we have to either keep this big bottom shape or the big top shape. The question is there a way to fill in, say, this big bottom shape if we don't get rid of it with the stuff from above? And I do not believe that the answer is yes because of this little wiggly thing up here. So I think we have to take that away. And so what we want to find is like a 3x3 among this to fit in under there. And in order to do that... Okay, I think we do keep this interlocky shape. And I think we keep the thing that goes into it, and also this. So we get rid of, nope, we get rid of that, and the thing above there. And that would all drop down properly once we get rid of this one over here. And we need to keep these two. So we need to get rid of what's stopping these two dropping down, which is also that one. And this one here, because otherwise it's not going to drop down right. So now we have this dropping. So we've got to keep this top piece as well. So we've got to get rid of this because it's too high, and then this. And I think that all just drops down level now.
This analysis would be simplicity itself. Puzzles are really very simple when you know the proper methods.
Okay. 18. I can see the bottom of the thing now. I can see the bottom of the list. We can make it. I think. Okay. Yep. This one is too big. Right, is there a way to keep this really neat bit as it is? And I don't think that there is. Because you need something to fill in this gap right here, which we do not have. So one of these U-shapes gotta go. Or both of them. Except it can't be both of them because then we end up with this and that doesn't work. So okay, I think we get rid of these. We have this drop down on top of there. If we get rid of that one, we have this drop into there and that drop into there. And that's actually fine for that side of the puzzle. Then I think we have to just keep this one and get rid of this. Which means we need something to fill in the gap under here, which has got to be this one. Which means we have to get rid of that. Right, so that falls down onto that. This one's got to fall all the way down to the bottom, so we have to get rid of this U-shape. We get to keep the square. We need something for the top of here, which is going to be that. So this needs to be able to drop... Oh, well, no, this one's got to be on its own, so we've got to get rid of everything that's underneath it. This stays to go underneath there. And then we just need to be able to go 4 up on this side, so we get rid of that. Da-da-dun!
I'll have the answer shortly. Puzzles are really very simple when you know the proper methods.
Knowing the proper methods does really, really help. $19. Okay. There's nothing obviously too large to start with. So we just gotta start asking questions. Which is, if we keep this T-shape, which means we also got to keep the L shape underneath it, we need something that can drop down into this position, which we do have. So we could potentially do that. Except that in order for all that to work, you need to sort of keep everything at the bottom here, including this, and then you need something that'll drop down into there. Actually, no, wait, that might work. So if we do that, and then we also get rid of this one, and that one, these drop in, we can get rid of everything above them. But then the problem is that we need something to drop in onto the top of here. Oh, do we? We just get rid of this and we get rid of that. Keep that. That's got to fall down to the bottom in order to make this work. If we get rid of that, and we get rid of that, and we get rid of this, and I think everything falls down fine. I wasn't expecting my first hypothesis.
I see how to solve this now. Puzzles are made for solving.
I wasn't expecting my first hypothesis to work there. Yeah. Okay, 2 puzzles left. I thought I was going to start to struggle with these, but I feel like I'm getting it. She says. Okay. There isn't an obvious place to start, so if I start from this side. Okay, I need to get it down to 4, so it's either going to be both of these L shapes, or it's going to be this and that. And both of those, we have a way to make them work. So that's not helpful. Okay, if I keep the L's, I've then got to also keep this. This has got to stay in position, so I've got to keep that as well. Which means I have to keep this. And that's not going to work for... because we've got to drop this into that gap while this is one further down, and that's not going to work. So since that's not going to work, we have to get rid of both of the L's. And this one has to get on the bottom, so we've got to get rid of this one. So then we keep this bit in the middle. We have to have that full, so we have to get rid of this. So it currently stands, this isn't going to fall right. We have to get rid of both of those. No, it's not both of them. We've got to keep one. So if we keep that, then that is not going to fall right. Darn. So maybe actually we don't do that. This falls into there, that falls into the top of there. Then I don't have any way of working this. Or do I? If I get rid of that and I get rid of that. And I get rid of this. Wait a second, and we get rid of that one. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. So we get rid of these, and everything up to like here falls down, and we need to keep this. And we need to get that to fall so that it's now there. It's not going to do that. Nope, sorry, that, get rid of that as well. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's gotta just fall into that, so we have to get rid of these two. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That fits over the top of that, so we can get rid of that, we can get rid of that. So no, actually, that's fine. Except for the fact that it isn't. Okay, what if we get rid of that then? We drop that into there and we get rid of this, and we can't get rid of that. Now we've got a gap again. Okay, we keep that, we keep that. And what if we get rid of this and that? Put that there. Get rid of like that. No. Keep that. Okay, we get rid of that. Get rid of... Oh, I'm not seeing this. Nope. I need assistance with this one. literally just looking at the top of this solution. So all I know is that this top bit is now correct. How do I build underneath this? So this... Actually, no. Does that work right now? Does that work right now? Did I basically have it? I basically had it and I was just confused, wasn't I? That works, right? I think. Yep. Whoops.
This should do it, I think. Puzzles are made for solving.
I basically had it. Whoops. Sometimes my brain just can't get around the spatial bits right there. Sometimes it just doesn't do it. Especially when there's so many things blocking in like that. Right, last one. Once again, we've got 2 2s and a 3 and a 1 over on the left side, but we can't do the 2 2s because that's dropping a square on top of this little Z shape, so we get rid of both of those, and that's fine. First 2 columns lock in perfectly, which means we must keep this L shape. We've got to keep the thing underneath it as well. So we need one thing on top of here. Which means it's not going to be that, but it... Let's just get rid of this one as well. It could be this, or it could be that, and I'm not certain. Right, over on the left-hand side, we can either go for this 2 and that 2, or we can go for this 1 and this 3. If we took this and that, then we need 3 things to fit under it on this side, which we could do if we took this and that and that. No, those aren't going to work. So we can't take those, so we get rid of those. So if we're having this and that, we need to get rid of this from underneath it. And also... nope. That's not going to work, is it? That's not going to work at all. Okay. If we do that, it doesn't work very well. If we do that, and we do that, then 4 and 4, then we've got 3 over here, and I've got to add something back in again. Maybe I don't look at that side. Maybe we just work left to right. These 2 columns are fine. This one's either going to be this or this, depending on what we need over in this column. Where we've got... for this column, because we've got to keep this 1, and we're going up to a 4, we've got to have another 1. So we do have to take the top piece from here. So we get rid of that. And I think we just have it land on top of here, right? So we just get rid of that and that and that. So we've got to keep this. This column isn't gonna help me right now. Right. We've established we need to keep this. So we need to have two things on top of it, which could be mostly any of these things above. And if we're keeping any of these things... Yeah. Because we've got to keep at least one of these longish ones. 2x2s and or the... Sorry, 2x1s or the 3x1. Which means that in any case something ends up on top of it. So we've got to keep this. And consequently we've got to keep this. So either we get rid of this entire section or there. Now if we were keeping this top bit, we've got to keep something that goes in. I don't think that's going to work. Right, if we get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of those. Then the problem kind of lies on this side. If we get rid of these two, and get rid of that one and that one, does that actually just work? No, because we don't have enough on this. Okay, so if we get rid of that, get rid of those, bring in like that and that, get rid of that, and that. No, because we're still going to end up with a gap under there now. If we get rid of that, keep that. I'm still going to end up with a gap. No. No, my brain is dead. Brain dead. How do I fix this? Okay, just looking at the top two rows. Because I don't want to just give myself the entire answer. So here's the assistance I've given myself. So we keep these. Okay. So it's got to be that. So that comes into there. So we need that to be able to fall down to there. So we can't have this, but we could have something that's below it, like that. Ooh, what if we get rid of this and have that fall into there? I'm still missing a little bit of a layer there. Okay, so we take that, and we get rid of this one. No, that's not right, because I know these aren't here. Shoot. Because I just checked and I know what's in the top two rows. That's not helping me. What if this? Right, that falls down one, gets over there. So this is now fine. except that it's not over here. So we've got to add something that takes it over there. If this is falling into there, and that's falling on top of it, I think I need this. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We've still only got 3 here. We have to add something else in, and I know it's not that one. Four. I need to be able to add 2 in on this side. Like that, maybe. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this section should all land in a square now. So now the problem is down here. So we've got 1. I need to find 3 more. But I need them not to be further right than they are. So it's got to be that one and that one. And at that point, this isn't going to work for you. I'm going to have to... Okay, I can't have this out. Gotta have this. And then this out. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the answer, I think. Whew.
I've seen how to solve this now. Any mystery or any puzzle solved.
I was right that I was going to struggle a bit at the end there. Alright. The fair maiden has been reached. Ooh! Hey, I didn't expect to see that. Congratulations, you've solved all of the daily puzzles. Hooray! You're not just the possessor of a powerful mind, you're possessed by puzzles. That's some staying power. Or was it like homework over the summer holidays? You saved it all up and battered it out in one day. Well, not one day, but less than dailies. Well, there'll be more puzzles waiting for you before long. Until then, stay sharp. Hooray! Alright, it looks like we're at the end then, so thank you very much for watching, and I'm hoping that maybe some of these videos have helped some of you guys. Or if not, that you've just been amused by watching me struggle. If you've enjoyed these videos in any way, please consider subscribing to the channel. I typically stream video games on this channel, and that happens about 3 times a week, the schedule for which is found both here on YouTube in the community tab and also over on my social media, which are linked below. And I do really like puzzle games, and even more specifically murder mystery type things. So if you like that kind of thing, those sorts of videos are typically on a Sunday. So I hope I'll see you around anyway. And once again, thank you very much for watching this, and I've had fun. working my brain out on these. So this is Kalla signing out. See ya. Bye bye.